Oh, that must be very sad. The recording started, by the way.
Ah, for fuck's
From
sake, we're
now.
on.
I can see you now, and you can see me. I think I need to like position myself centrally to the camera. Also, when you send this over, we're definitely doing cuts because there's no way this is going in just raw footage. Oh, drip.
I can't see me at all. I can't see me at all.
Well,
Can you see you?
I'm a tiny box in the corner. Stop flipping your camera, you muppet.
I'm not flipping me. I can't even see me to see which way I am.
Well, you're the right way now. You're fine.
Oh, shit.
Oh, there's the ceiling. Oh, I'm sorry, there are technical errors. Please stand by.
Right.
Oh, there we go. 1 minute down, 59 to go.
I feel a lot more comfortable if I could see myself, though.
Well, just put a mirror behind your phone then.
Speaker view, grid view. Hang on, speaker view. Let's have a look at that. What's that do?
Speaker view just will alternate for whoever's talking. We'll show.
Really?
Oh, you just sent me a thumbs up. Nice.
I sent that ages ago, but I didn't know what it was.
Oh, did you? I sent a laughing face before. I guess. Did that come up?
Yeah, that's just come up now.
Right.
Nice grid together mode. Grid view.
To all the 2 people watching, this is us trying to figure out how to video record. As you can see, we're bad at it. Go on.
Well, I must give permission for my camera, mustn't I?
Well, yeah, you have, because I can see it. Well, at the minute, all I can see is your other camera facing nothing. You just took a snapshot. Nice. Of me.
Yeah, but you can't. I'm not on it. You can't see me.
Yeah, but the recording can see you, so you don't need to give up.
I don't understand.
That's all, folks. See you later. Right, flip your camera back round so you know everyone can see you.
Even though I can't bloody see myself.
Well, you don't need to see yourself, do you? You just need to see me, because you're just talking to me.
Yeah, but how close to the screen am I?
Well, you're not. I can just see the table.
What? Can you see me now? Am I alright?
No, I can just see your bloody wooden table.
No, you can't. Camera's facing bloody roof.
No, it's not. It's facing the table.
Do you reckon that's what it is? I've not turned my camera around.
Well, partially, yeah. There we go. I can see you now. You look like you're such an old man, like trying to work out, like, what is the internet? Why did you keep flipping your camera?
Because
you just have to deal with the fact that you're not allowed to see yourself.
what can you see?
The table.
You can't see the table.
Right, I'll send you a bloody picture. I can see the can behind it. You muppet. Honestly.
How can you see my table? I've turned my camera around. That's what it is, isn't it?
You keep flipping the camera, but I can see you now, so we're sound.
Alright, so on the square.
Are you good? No, you flip the camera again. Stop messing.
Can you see my table now?
We've established. Yeah, I've seen more of the table than you since we started recording.
Alright, so where are we up to on the minutes?
4 minutes of messing around. Also, I didn't even watch the video you sent, so...
At least we know it works.
Yeah, I guess this one can be a bit more of a practice just to see how we get on, and then we can work out how to edit. And then, this can be behind the scenes.
We've been on 11 minutes?
4.
12 now.
Well, it's been recording for 4 minutes and 28 seconds.
My screen keeps wanting to go out. Lock.
Well, you should probably stop that in your settings.
Well, we'll just wait. We'll work it. We'll work it.
Yeah. This can be a unseen footage 3 years from now, when we're famous.
behind the scenes. We could sell it off as behind the scenes, when we're famous and bringing in millions.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, well, you should see our first one.
We came from humble beginnings. Big Lee couldn't work a phone.
Like fucking Nathan lived in his fucking mum and dad's house. I lived in a bloody camper. Now look at us in mansions.
You can only dream, right? That's it. Drinking his off-brand Fosters.
Galahad, it's the future, and it's vegan.
Oh.
Right, so if we remember the minutes that we're on now, this is 13.
Why you remember what you remember minutes for?
Well, I'm thinking we can edit if we like the rest of it, we can edit the first bit out.
Yeah, but it's not been recording for 13 minutes. It's been recording for just about 6.
6, that'll do.
Okay.
Am I still on the TV? Because my camera thing's just gone.
Yeah, you're still here.
Okay.
You're still here, don't worry. They're not going to miss your face.
So.
Yeah, look at this all of a sudden when the recording's on, it's all like, oh, I don't know what to say.
Well, what about the weather we've been having?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I thought you were going to come with ideas packing. Go on, we can start talking about...
It's been bloody snowing. Now my mate Fletch, he loves the snow. I hate it. It makes normal drivers go from normal driving to 20 miles an hour in a 50 zone.
Right.
What's that about?
Okay.
Who goes 20 miles an hour in a 50 zone? I'm
People
trying to get back to
overtaken.
the depot. Oh, yeah, of course I did.
Yeah, exactly. So what's your problem?
Well, it's hard to overtake when it, skidding everywhere because it's snow, and then there's cars, oncoming traffic coming towards you.
That probably explains the 20 mile an hour. You're skidding about in the snow. So you've answered your own question.
Yeah, well, I needed to get back because, I don't get paid overtime.
You should probably sort that out. Just get paid from your podcast instead. Stop flipping your bloody camera. Don't need to see your iPhone and your bloody can of beer at 3 p.m.
Right, as soon as I tap this black square, it flips my camera, I've worked out.
Well, here's an idea. Don't tap the fucking square.
So we've got the fights going on. That's why we wanted to come on here on it for the fights. Did you watch that? Did you watch that Dan Hooker Dustin fight?
Nope. I didn't get a chance to watch the thing you sent because I was too busy, getting ready.
Well, Dustin's fighting. Have you noticed that I done my hair? And I took the hat off, lost the cap and done my hair.
Oh yeah, where's your cap?
I actually don't know. Oh no, because I done my hair. I left it in the house.
That's fair. When did you get your haircut last? Because that looks fresh. And they're all closed, aren't they?
Literally, day before lockdown. And I didn't know we were going into lockdown. That's twice that. The November lockdown?
Yeah.
I got my haircut literally the day before, but that was planned because I knew we were going into lockdown. And then Boris just surprised us with a lockdown into this time. So
nice as he is.
I was just proper lucky that I managed to get in the hairdressers the day before.
I think you should just grow it out instead.
No.
Yeah. Make it as long as your missus.
Grow your hair? I don't suit hair, me really. I'll probably get a skinhead before I grow my hair more.
Do it on camera for the podcast. If this podcast gets 5 viewers, he'll shave his head.
If this podcast gets 5 views, I'm going to shave my head.
Don't even have to say likes because we're not even going to get 5 views.
Probably get 5 likes though on YouTube, especially if I say I'm going to shave it. I'm not going to shave my head, by the way, just so we're clear.
No, you definitely are. But I'll make 5 accounts and like it. No.
You reminded me of that Eminem song when he turns around and he's like, "You won't sell 2 copies if you press a double album."
He's not wrong. He is not wrong. So,
are you staying up for the fights tonight? Are you going to stream it tomorrow?
I wasn't going to watch it at all. If I'm completely honest with you, I'm not going to lie. The thought hadn't crossed my mind in the slightest.
You're not going to watch Conor versus Dustin?
Well, what's the point? It'll only be 20 seconds long.
Who do you reckon's going to win? You reckon Conor?
Yeah, Conor's just going to batter him. I don't know who the other guy is.
Dustin, he's like the number 2. He's ranked number 2 in the division. I told you where Conor was, didn't I?
What, 15th, was it?
15th or something he was, yeah.
So where will it put Conor after this fight?
Well, right up there, though. It'll put him... He'll be in contention for the title.
Isn't there something about Conor retiring, though?
No, he retired last year, but he just says he's retired. Basically, he wanted to fight. He only fought for 40 seconds last year. And he wanted to do more. And he was like, and then in the end, he just got fed up and just said, "Oh, I'm retiring then," because he wanted to fight, but they wouldn't let him.
Wait, why wouldn't they let him?
Well, he kept suggesting fights and stuff, and Dana was like saying, "No, don't do that. No, 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 no." And he got too many no's, and he just went, "Oh, suck it, I'm retired."
Yeah, it doesn't really make sense. I thought he'd make his own decisions anyway.
Well, I think he messed it up for himself, really, because he's got to have so many on his contract. He'll be contracted to so many fights a year, and if doesn't, and by retiring, then obviously Dana doesn't have to give him them fights and doesn't have to pay him for the fights, even though he doesn't have them. Whereas if he didn't retire and he didn't have the fights, he'd still get paid. Not that money matters to him, right?
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think money's his motive, is it? He just enjoys the fight.
He does now. Money was, I think, before
he got rich.
Before the Cowboy fight, I think money was like a big. Every opponent he looked at, saying like, "What can that opponent do for me?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now I get like the feeling, like from the conference and that, it's like he's naming people. He's saying like, "Look, I'll fight anyone. I just want to create memories. I want to look back with my son in the future and be like looking at my highlight reel." That's what he wants to create, highlights.
Yeah, has he got a son?
Yeah.
Didn't even know.
All of them that are fighting have got kids. I'm sure Dan Hooker's got a daughter. I'm sure Connor's got a son. Dustin's got a daughter. I'm sure Michael Chandler, who's fighting Dan Hooker. It's hard for me to analyse that one because I don't know. I'm not seeing any Michael Chandler fights because he's not fought in UFC yet.
Was he not? But what's he fighting?
He fought in Bellator, from what I can remember, what I can gather.
No idea what that is. I'm so bad.
It's like like UFC.
Yeah,
is a thing. Well, Bellator's there's like another thing.
Is it foreign?
No, it's just the same. Well, they've all got like fighters from all over the world. There's like there's another one as well. Ben Askren came from Bellator, but he had like a long layoff before, so he didn't really do well when he came to UFC. He only won one. He won one against Robbie Lawler, but that was a bit questionable.
How so?
Well, he got him in a headlock and his arm dropped. So the ref thought he was unconscious and stopped the fight, but then he got up and was like, "What are you stopping the fight for?"
Okay.
So he wasn't really out, so he stopped it like early.
It's ref's decision, though, isn't it?
So he already made the decision by then, so he lost. But his arm dropped, so you can't really.
Yeah, he definitely passed out for a second. It's like, no.
Probably did. There is a chance of it, but I'm not staying up late though. I've got work tomorrow, so I'm just going to I'll just catch them. I'll just watch the main fights before I go to work.
Just don't go to work. It's fine.
Should we do another one of these tomorrow so we can
look how
analyze
eager you are. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen.
So we can analyze the fights that we see.
That you see and I watch. Quotations. Yeah, no, we can probably do something. We'll see how it goes.
Because I think it's going to be harder for us to catch up on weekdays.
Why is that?
Well, you work during the week, don't you?
Yeah. In fact, it's going to be hard to catch up pretty much all the time soon. Work. I'm going to be away with work.
Where are you going?
I thought I'd told you. I'm going like Gloucestershire, I think it is.
We can still do do it online or like this, can't we?
What do you mean online? We're just in another room from each other.
Hey, Fern, you're out the cooker.
This is one hell of a cooker if you got a wardrobe in it. Nah, but yeah. So that being said, weekdays are probably not great because I'll be in a hotel.
We all have hotel Wi-Fi.
Yeah, true.
It can be done. Where there is will, there is a way.
That's the thing. There's no will. No, we'll see. Has anyone else been interested in doing your podcast with you?
No.
How many people you asked?
Well, I've got like a slight maybe with one other person, and I asked like pretty much everybody that I talked to.
Well, name and shame.
Oh no! I can't do the names.
No, who's the other one that might do it with you?
I can't because I don't want to jinx it in case he decides.
I'll let this call right now if you're gonna go with these whole jinx and stuff. Nothing gets jinxed.
But
they'll either do it or they won't.
It won't be like a normal podcast like this because what he's not into fighting. He's not in. The only thing he's into really is hip hop. So hip-hop. If we did it, it would be like a hip hop podcast.
Is it Fletch?
It's like.
Oh. I'm just thinking like how many people have you actually spoke about? I don't think that Martin guy'd do it. I assume Jane would do it, but I don't think Martin would be happy. Sorry, Martin. And then it's just Fletch, then, isn't it? Lee Quinn. He's not gonna do.
Well, don't forget this Big Nathan. In fact, shout out to Big Nathan. Let's talk about why we call you Little Nathan.
I'm still taller than you. Go away.
I'm just going to build this up for you, just to say your reaction, because your reaction just killed me off. I still laugh about it, like when I think about it today.
Yeah, I know. So does your fucking 5-year-old son. Taking the piss out of me.
I've got another mate called Nathan, and he's 6'9". I'm coming to meet you, and he goes, "Are we going to see Nathan?" I was like, "Not Big Nathan, Little Nathan." And that's it then. Every time Tarek saw you, he called you Little Nathan.
I know it's.
And then your reaction was like, "Why am I getting called Little Nathan? I'm the tallest one here."
Yeah.
It fucking still kills me off today when I think about it.
Well, get Big Nathan on the podcast too. Why not? Everyone can just get
on this podcast. Have a guest. Do a freeway podcast.
I mean,
whoa!
I mean, there's certain words you can use and you can't, and you fucked it.
I meant triple screen. Oh fuck it! Get the lube out.
That's it. We're rated 18 plus. Viewer discretion is advised. Parental guide. Oh god.
Fucking. Yeah, hope nobody was thinking this was going to be a family show.
I don't know what show this is. I don't even know what we're doing.
If anyone's thinking they seen me before, they might have saw me on the Stuart Morton show. What did he have? Scratch and Sniff.
That sounds
Not
like
Scratch
quite
and
the
Sniff.
show.
Scratch the magic. Scratch and Sniff. He's a bit of a div anyway. He ended up being a bit of a div, that Stu, anyway. So.
How so?
Well, he sacked all his mods and then started like taking jokes what I say. Now you can imagine like what how misconstrued that could be, taking jokes I say.
Yep.
Putting them in quotes and then like showing them people. And he'd be showing all these new mods, these jokes that I come out with, which are like obviously, let's say, not family rated. And
you didn't tell me about any of this. Who's he showing it to?
Though? I just brushed. I mean, deep down, I weren't really bothered. I don't really care about him or any of the crap from back then. Do you remember me being on the show though when I took my top off and that and we had bands?
Yeah, of course I do. Yeah.
It was quite a good laugh, to be fair. But then like he sacked all his mods and he ended up having a fallout. He sacked all his mods and stuff, and all the drama went on. I can't remember the whole story, so I'm giving a proper vague view of it. And now I just call him Scratch and Sniff.
Scratch and Sniff. Yeah, but you're not bothered.
Maybe that's what we should do.
What, Scratch and Sniff?
Get people to comment on this, because obviously we're not going to put them out live because obviously we can be still controversial. So what we'll do is get everyone that comments on our video that we put out, pick a couple randomers, right, and give them a chance to win some money on a scratch card.
You know what? I love your enthusiasm. You think we're going to get comments?
Well, it's a win-win situation. We get comments, so then we'll give them a scratch card. If we don't get comments, we save money on scratch cards.
Well, who's going to be paying for these scratch cards, lads? Because I can tell you right now.
I'll get them, you tight-fisted weaker. But you squeak when you walk.
I mean, to be fair, if you're going to be buying scratch... Yeah, I'm going to start commenting on our videos.
I want a scratch card. Oh, sorry.
Who's it?
Well, I didn't actually see who it was.
Is it your 3:30 appointment?
Was it my what?
Your 3:30 appointment.
That's why the lube's out, yeah.
Or Alpro. It's quite a lube.
Alpro vegan lube.
You had to slip in the vegan.
I had to slip in the vegan, damn right.
All you vegans are the same.
So, veganism.
Yeah, veganism. That's quite the topic. The thing is, right, if we were to talk about that, only us two would agree on the topic, and everyone watching, all 4 of them, wouldn't.
All 4 of them. All both of our viewers.
You know, at this rate.
Shout out to me mum and nan. I'm only joking.
Not even your missus.
Yeah, I don't even think missus would watch this.
Not gonna lie, I don't think I'd watch it if I had the choice. I'm still gonna edit this.
We're gonna yeah, we'll get 2 views when we watch it back ourselves.
That's true. You'll probably watch it a few times. Any chance to see this pretty face?
That's why I wanted you on. You can bring all the totter.
No, that's why you wanted to see your own face. You love yourself too much. I'm surprised your t-shirt stayed on for the 25 minutes we've been recording.
Well, to be fair, it's cold. I'm thinking of putting my coat back on. And I've got my heater on. That's what that ticking noise is for everyone, by the way.
Oh, we can't hear it anymore.
I thought you could hear it.
Could before, but I can't hear it over your voice now.
All right, okay. That's good in a way.
Very true.
So where do you see this podcast going in the future?
Where do I see it going?
Asking right, wrong person here, aren't I?
Yeah, no, it's it's good. So my prediction is I've ticked it
Go
off my
on and
list.
watch for the next 5 years.
Well, no. I think I've ticked it off the list. I've done my good deed. You wanted to do it. I've recorded it. So yeah, I'd probably say this is our final one. It's been a good run.
Final one.
I've enjoyed it. It was good fun. So
It's been great.
yeah, just send the check in the post, and we'll go from there.
So you think Connor's going to win?
Let's change the topic. Yeah. Who's he fighting again? Let me give it a quick Google.
Dustin Poirier. What are you going to do? Google his odds?
Yeah, and I can give it precise of how much I think he's good. Nah. So
I think the general consensus is Connor's going to win. And after seeing Dustin in the press conference, the way he was talking, he's like, we're going to go to war and stuff like that. And then the way Connor's talking, he's turning around saying, I hope Dustin can give me a fight. He's like complimentary of Dustin. And he's like, but I just hope he can stay in there and give me a fight, he's saying. So his the mindset between them both is... Connor, you can clearly see Connor's like, so much more confident.
Yeah, the odds are saying it as well. Very much so. I wasn't actually going to check the odds, but they've come up.
It's hard to bet. It's so hard to bet against Connor.
If you fancied it. Oh wait, you can't bet. I forgot.
He had me believing. Yeah, he had me believing he was going to beat Floyd. I thought, because on paper and when it came up and stuff, I was like, no way Connor's going to beat Floyd, no way. And then like after watching them all, watching all the build up and all the stuff that goes with it, Connor had me believing. I was a believer. I thought Connor's going to win this.
That's how I am with all his fights. Like, I don't even follow it, but if I hear there's a fight between Connor and someone, I'm instantly backing Connor, and I'm not even Irish.
He has done well. He is good, and he has done well. He lost against Nate the first time.
What? How many fights has he lost? It's 2, isn't it?
2 in MMA, 1 in boxing.
Oh, well, it says here he's had 4 losses, 22 wins. I don't know.
They might have been before the UFC. Some of the other losses.
Yeah, and then Dustin's had 26 to 6 losses then.
I think Connor should win really, but I don't know that. Like if you watched any of these videos that I sent you, Dustin can go to war.
Well, yeah, but last time he went to war, he was knocked out in 1 minute 46 seconds in round 1.
No, because he didn't go to war back then, and it was like pretty obvious he was going to win. But he's all the way up to number 2 now. He wasn't number 2 back then. And the only reason and technically he should be number 1 if Khabib retired.
Yeah, true. But it was 2014 when he did that other fight. He was like
and
20.
It was at 145 as well. This fight's going to be at 155. So it's a weight category up.
What do you think a fighter's age is for the prime? Like the prime age for fighting? Because they're both in their 30s now, aren't they? They're both 32 actually.
Everybody's different. Some peak early, take a lot of damage, and then have to retire early. you normally see that with volume strikers. Like Nate Diaz, Tony Ferguson. He's like 36. Tony Ferguson now, and he's starting to decline. He was getting talks of fighting with Khabib for the title, and now he's lost his last 2 fights.
Yeah, it's not ideal, is it? Who'd he lose against? Justin
Gage,
yeah, and Charles Oliveira.
Yeah.
I can't say anything.
He's a dark horse, him, that Charles Oliveira. I didn't even really know much about him. And then he had that fight with Tony, and he just basically manhandled him everywhere. And like Tony, if you've watched some of Tony's fights, there's actually a meme going around. If you Google Tony's last 7 opponents or 8 opponents, there's actually a meme that comes up, and they're all like fucked up.
Let's have a Google. Although it's a bad thing to Google because we can't show all the viewers what we're looking at. Actually, I can probably share my screen. I'm not going to do that though because I can't find the meme as is.
Go on Google Tony's last 7 opponents. Click on images.
Tony Ferguson last 7 opponents. Oh, okay.
Have you clicked on images?
Yeah. There's one here of Khabib's last 8, and then they're a bit battered, but then Tony's are just covered in blood and the faces are all the wrong shape. They just look absolutely destroyed. And he's just in the middle with a nice little smile on his face and some blood on his chest.
He was proper, honestly. He was a. If he doesn't win I don't think he'll win a belt now. I think he's on a decline, if I'm honest with you. And he'll be the best fighter to not win a belt, I'd say.
See, these pictures, the ones that you just told me to look at, where the faces are bloodied up, I bet they didn't take 445 punches to do that. So that other fella, Max or whatever it was,
Max Holloway, yeah, but he doesn't fight. He doesn't put 100% into. He's a volume puncher, not a knockout artist.
So he's like Donnie Yen in Ip Man.
I suppose so, yeah. If you want to
throwing the chain punches.
Like, he's not a Mike Tyson. He's not going to go in there, drop a couple of bombs and they're out. But he's going to go in there and he'll hit you so many times that you just give up.
That didn't work, did it?
No, because he's tough, but that's how he wins a lot of his fights. He wins them by. Don't forget, we're talking. The guy was looking and talking to the commentators like this and dodging punches, and he weren't even looking at the guy.
Yeah, and exactly. So he's a massive show off, yet he couldn't even finish the fight. If the guy was in a position where he could look away from him, the fight should have been easy to end, and he couldn't do it. So he wasn't in a position to show off. If he can show off talking to the commentators, he should at least back himself by putting him to sleep.
Yeah, but when you're like one of the best in the world, and he's considered one of the greatest featherweights of all time.
Yeah, that's what I disagree with.
But when you're one of the best in the world, and you're in the UFC, so you're fighting the best in the world. Not every fight's going to go it's going to be a one bomb knockout thing.
No, of course not. But if you're in a position where the person that you're against is so out of it that you can turn away from them and have a chat outside the cage, you'd think you'd at least be able to finish the business you're going in there to start.
What was his last fight he finished? I'll send you his fight with that jiu-jitsu guy. Oh, he had a ponytail, but he's just got a skinhead. Can't bloody think. I'm terrible with names.
Calvin Qatar?
No,
I'm just.
That's the guy he's just fought. Google his last couple of opponents. Brian Ortega.
Brian
Ortega. He goes 4 rounds with him, and Brian Ortega just doesn't come out for the last round.
What do you mean doesn't come out?
He just his corner turn around and says, "You've probably lost 4 rounds. you're not going to win this 5th round. There's no point going out. Let's just protect the fight because he took so much damage.
Oh, so threw a towel in, basically.
Yeah, basically, yeah, threw a towel in for him.
With the
Brian
white
Ortega
flag.
came back. He's just beat Korean Zombie. But if you watch some of Ortega's finishes, they're good. His jiu-jitsu's really, really good.
Needs to get into jiu-jitsu more. I'm just
Jiu-jitsu
watching the highlights of that Holloway Ortega fight. And he's just getting battered. But again, this Holloway is I'm not impressed. Like,
how can you not be impressed? Like, I'm not even.
He's landing perfect punches to the face. There's nothing behind it. How is he landing punches like that? And the guy's just stood there. I just don't get it.
Because he's not a power puncher. He's a volume puncher.
Why does that make him good?
Because if anything, it makes him better. It makes him better, I think.
Why? Because he can't follow through with his punches. That makes him better.
Let's compare it to say Conor McGregor, yeah? Okay. Let's keep it relevant.
Yeah.
Yeah, Conor McGregor can go in there and take people out in the first round because he's got so much power in his left hand. He's only got to be good for 1 round, really, and chances are he'll win.
Right.
That Max Holloway's got to be good for 5 rounds. Oh, assuming it's a 5 round fight, he's got to be perfect for 5 rounds.
Okay, so
to win the match because he's just not got the power.
Right. So
he's got the
aim?
boxing, he's got the skills, he's got the accuracy, he's got he's got the speed. He's just not got the power behind it. He's not a power puncher.
What's the aim of a fight? What is everyone what do you want to do?
To win. Don't forget though, right? We're comparing apples to oranges. Conor can't do what Conor can't put that. Conor can't throw 400 and odd punches. He'll just gas. He gets tired and gasses.
Yeah, because he throws punches that actually exert you. He actually throws punches with meaning. I bet.
Yeah, because he can.
Well, exactly.
That's his. Don't forget, we're going off genetics and stuff like that, and obviously he's put the time into training and that built up that skill.
So, but all we're coming to the conclusion is that Max can't throw decent punches.
He can throw decent punches.
I mean, as a whole, like meaningful punches.
But he's not gonna drop you with 1 punch.
Exactly, and that to me just sounds, like a kid.
But he's not even a big fighter. He's a lanky, skinny guy. But saying that though, yeah, them lanky, skinny guys can throw some power though. Really, they've got a lot of trajectory or velocity? I don't know. They got like a longer distance to build up speed before the punch actually hits you.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, he can train to get big.
It's like Nate Diaz and Nick Diaz. They've not got they only throw half power punches, call it.
Okay, so we're agreeing that, they're not putting the full potential into it.
It depends how you fight. Everyone's got their own style.
And some are better than others, clearly.
Well, some are better than others, but they both win.
Conor wins quicker. Right. Yeah, but the difference is Conor wins. Keeping it relevant, I should say, between Conor and Max. Obviously, it can be any fighter. Conor wins in a way that also wins on the streets. Max wins from a decision from the judges.
Yeah, but he'd still win in the streets, though. The average fight on the street lasts, 30 seconds before...
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that he's not going to win on the streets, but I'm just saying that,
Conor's going to look more impressive on the streets because he's got 30 seconds to just knock him out, and if he's putting his all... He's a sprinter. Max is a marathon runner. Conor's a sprinter.
Right, and what's the number one rule when you're fighting someone, let's say, off the table? What do you want to do? You want to end it as soon as possible.
Yeah.
You're always taught that from day one. You go in, your aim is to be able to run away and get away, or take him down as fast as possible and as efficiently as possible. So he's got the efficiency of a sloth. Oh, well and good, he's got stamina. Mo Farah, he's got stamina. That doesn't mean he can fight. He can run for a long, long time. I'm not saying that.
Skill. It's not like he hasn't got the boxing skill as well.
No. Yeah, I'm not saying that he can't fight. I'm just saying that
The
reputation he has. Oh, here we go.
Just professional. I can still hear you though if you want to tell.
No, it's all right. I'll just, I'll wait here. Not like I've got anything better to do.
You're gonna sit and listen to your piss.
I'm going to stay quiet so the audience can hear you.
Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, just about. You're all right.
You can't hear me wee, can you?
Can hear you pump.
Yeah, a lot of it's genetics. Bloody hell. Has my camera gone off?
No, you just flip sideways.
One sec.
There you go. You sorted.
So
wait, so you're saying that Max doesn't physically have the power to throw a heavy punch that could knock someone out?
Well, no, because it's all about genetics, isn't it? No, he probably could not. Most people are.
Yeah, and if he was to throw a proper punch with the power behind it, which he can, there's no way someone with the muscles he's got can't, and the training he's had, he's got to train to punch to knock out. There's just no way. So
you got to play to your strengths, haven't you? And his strength's not on being a knockout artist. He probably wants to be a knockout artist. He probably would love to just go in there and not give up, chuck a one bomb and knock him out. But
and the thing is, he's got the ability to land the punches, but he doesn't have the ability to commit. That's all I'm seeing, is that he's not committing to follow through that punch, because then, when you punch and commit, you can't come back to cover as fast. Maybe, I don't know. You've turned your camera off, by the way, and it's back.
I couldn't see you, so I turned my camera off, turn it back on, and then I can see you again then.
We didn't even do an intro, and we're 42 minutes in.
Do you reckon we should do it now?
Edit it to the start.
What would the intro be?
I have no idea. Everyone has their own. Thing is, you got to make it something that sticks. You can't just copy other people as well. Most people are just like, "What's up, guys? It's your boy Nathan here, and today I've got a guest, Big Lee."
Guest? My podcast? I got you on it.
No. But clearly, it's got to be my podcast though, because I'm the one that got us to actually be here today. If I said no, it never would have happened. You never would have said no.
Yeah, but if I didn't ask you to do it, then you'd never would have known I wanted to do one, and then that still wouldn't have happened. So can we agree with hour?
We have to share. Are you at least going to propose? Because I'm not even married, and we're already sharing everything.
Yeah, like a bit of a fucking married couple, though, aren't I?
Well. We go to the park with our son. Was it drinking hot chocolate? Frothy hot chocolate. AKA
you said frothy hot chocolate now, it just sounds wrong. So I feel like we should explain when we drink in public, at places where we shouldn't, say like taking my son to the park, we pretend we've got a cup of coffee, but we pour beer in there.
Cheshire Police, open up.
Remember, please pull up.
We need to talk about that. Why is Tarek scared of the police?
I don't feel like we should talk about that on podcast.
No, but he has no reason to fear the police from his own view. All he ever sees with police
probably not. He's
Paw Patrol, they're police.
I think one of the dogs in Paw Patrol's a police dog.
Chase, I think it is, or something.
Chase.
Yeah, I have
He's
a
not
nephew.
really scared of Chase.
I definitely don't just watch it.
No, one of our ducks is called Chase, so I don't think he's scared of
No,
Chase.
but when there's an actual police officer, he doesn't see someone who helps the public. He sees someone to hide from. He's like, "Oh, they're gonna arrest us."
Because we've had a lot of. I mean, don't forget. I think me and you've had this conversation a few times anyway. The police in St. Helens and the police in Warrington are two different kettles of fish by the sounds of. Oh, to be fair, not Warrington as a whole. Where you're from, the posh ends. I feel like the police in your area don't have anything to do, so the slightest thing, like a doctor, they just turn up.
What's the film with Simon Pegg?
I don't know. Who's Simon Pegg?
Hot Fuzz. Have you seen Hot Fuzz?
Oh, Hot Fuzz. Yeah, I have actually
When he
seen that.
sees the police officer in the big city, and he ends up going to a little place, and there's like nothing going on at all, apparently. So it's like they're chasing the ducks and stuff, or the geese.
That's what it's like around yours. Do you know what I mean? They knock on and like, you don't need the police, do you? Are you sure? They ask you if you need them. There's so much going on around here. They don't even turn up. They just give you a crime. They just message you a crime number.
Yeah, I mean, going back to like the point with Tarek, do you not think that you shouldn't give him the prejudiced view on them from such a young age? Because you're just setting him up to hate the police, and the police aren't.
Yeah, and it's probably it's not my it's not my fault. It is my fault. It's probably like it's unintentionally my fault. My bad experience with the police is probably rubbing off on him. I'm not turning around saying, "Ty, sit down." When you see the police, we've got to fucking hate them, okay? I'm not doing that, but you see, he sees my reaction. We don't like. I don't really like police. We've never been there when I needed them. They was always there when I didn't. So I've not really got a good
saying to put it. Always there when you didn't want.
So I've not really got the best of.
They're just out to get you.
I've not got the best of dealings with the police, and it probably is. It probably has rubbed off on Tarek, and he's like, yeah, he has got a negative. When he sees the police, he's got a negative. He sees a negative view of him, which is probably not healthy from his age, is it really?
No, just when I see, when you're going to school.
That time the police turned up, yeah, that when we was at that part.
He was genuinely like trying to hide from them.
He was scared, wasn't he? I was a bit tight, really.
Like, I was just saying, oh, the police are here, we've got to hide. I saw his reaction, I was thinking, mate, I'm kidding. That they're good people, promise.
Well, the police bring it on themselves. Don't forget, he flicks on YouTube. He's probably seen the George Floyd video.
Yeah, but I don't think we should get into that kind of deep. I mean, for starters, you're in the wrong country there, and the police here.
We're in the wrong country, but our police don't act. Still. We still had protests in this country, didn't we? So we had protests in this country for a reason.
Yeah, because
we didn't riot. We didn't start riots in this country because of America. We had riots in this country because of what happened in America, but because we can relate.
Yeah, but they weren't against just the police. That was for the movement of BLM, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That was for the equality, which obviously I agree with, and you agree with, and I'd hope everyone does. But then also the other side to the riots was the fact that people were just going out for the sake of it, to steal.
And then do a bit of looting.
Well, yeah, it's true though. People, looting doesn't solve Black Lives Matter.
Well, there's two. The actual message behind Black Lives Matter, I agree with. I think people, it's like everything. People take something good and they put their own twist on it, and then they use that as an excuse to do bad things.
Yeah, they use it to be greedy and
Like, look at
get.
it's not the same, but it's similar to the Islamic thing. Do you know what I mean? They take something good, like a nice religion like Islam, put
Nice.
put their own put their own twist on it, and then start doing like terrorist shit. And do you know what I mean? But Islam doesn't back terrorists, so.
Well, how do you know?
Because I think we both know how I know.
You never know. You might, you'll get to those the gates or the equivalent of, and they'll be like, no. You were meant to post. Change of topic.
You was meant to go out with that backpack. Just say it, Nathan.
You never know. That might be, we
I
always
think we'll
say.
title this Nathan is a racist.
No,
I'm plugging.
I'm a racist, anti-vegan,
Anti-vegan.
MMA professional. He's calling out Max Holloway.
He's calling out Max Holloway.
Because I like my face to be tapped. That just sounds like a porno.
Yeah.
Anyway.
So that's don't forget, if Tarek's seeing negative things, cause I don't know what he watches on YouTube all day. I just pass him my phone. If I need 10 minutes to do my thing on my phone or whatever.
I don't 10 minutes.
All right.
49 seconds.
Oh, is that what we're on here?
No, 49 seconds. How long it takes you to do your stuff on your phone, isn't it?
Oh, right, yeah.
You have no idea what.
Hang on a second.
But you need Tarek to occupy himself. You go on your phone and do your
That sounds
thing.
even more wrong.
So, anyway, YouTube has a kids section where you can just edit kids' videos. You should probably just give that to him if you don't want him to see stuff that you shouldn't.
I mean, I don't even like hiding stuff from him. I think it is realistic. I don't really want to hide. I don't want to. I mean, I've got to have a few talks with him, haven't I? Just to protect him, but how much do I want to expose him to the world, to the dark side of the world? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, when you're saying like dark side of the world and like things like what happened to George Floyd and stuff like that, at the end of the day, they are the more minor cases. And day-to-day policing doesn't involve kneeling on people's necks until they die. And most interactions with the police are good interactions.
Well, when I did my induction, that was on it. I was part of it. 8-minute neck kneeling.
What are you talking about? You inducted into the police? Are you mad?
They won't let me in the police.
You wouldn't get into you. You're not tall enough.
You must get midget coppers.
Yeah, I guess it'd be discrimination otherwise. Yeah, imagine you make some money if they turned you down. Turning down you a midget Muslim.
Nah, well, yeah. But I'd be fucking. The weirdest thing is, just some people walking past with sledges. The thing is, where was I going with that one then?
Oh, I'm a bit confused about that.
I'd be fitter and stronger than the majority of the police.
Oh, is this where your t-shirt comes off so you can show the viewers?
Oh no, I'm not in the best of it. Oh no, electric scooter. I'm not in the best of shape right now. I'm not trained for the best part of the year.
Yeah, you best get back to it.
The gyms are closed.
You got your home gym. I've seen your videos on your story. On your Instagram, sorry. You should go back on your Instagram to the videos, you do like your muscle ups and stuff. Look at the people in the background. There's always someone watching you. It's funny.
There's always someone watching. Do you know what it is? What I love as well with the gym. Here's why I'm not doing home workouts anymore. One, my setup was outside.
Yeah.
And it was bloody snowing. Whereas so many months ago I was training in the sun, which was nice.
Mm-hmm.
I brought my weights inside, but they've just been surrounded by Tarek's toys. So now I've got to spend half hour maneuvering Tarek's toys. Bitch.
Wait, you've had a kid and you've not realised that they're basically your slave. You can just tell him to move them all for you, and he has to do it. Why would you have a kid and not do that? You're not reaping the advantage.
Loads of stuff got dumped in his playroom for over Christmas and stuff, and then
Get him to sort it alphabet.
All his toys are everywhere and stuff like that. It's proper like. Anyway, well, the point I'm getting at, it's not the best situation to work out in. So, I was doing part workouts with you, wasn't I?
Yeah, that didn't go well.
Trying to maintain, but it's one of them. I know I can get it. I know I can get it back pretty quick. When did Tarek go to school? I taught Tarek to swim pretty quick.
Have you heard about schools being open over the summer for kids to catch up?
That'd be good in a way.
Yeah, I agree with it because I've not got kids. I know a lot of parents are like annoyed because they'll want to be going on holiday post lockdown and stuff.
Is it a forceful thing, not an optional?
I think so. From what I've heard, there's talk about getting all kids to basically skip some holidays to catch up on the curriculum.
See, that's a bit shit.
Well, yeah, but have you heard about like how far behind some kids are, like in their literacy and stuff? I don't know if it will have affected.
Tarek's one of them. Tarek's quite far behind in his literacy, I think. His writing's shocking. His spellings are shocking.
Mm.
And trying to get him to work at home's hard work. Like,
yeah,
at least if he's next to his mate who's working in school, and they can work together, and you can. I don't know what they'd like to. I don't really know how it works in school, but if one person's working and he wants to be good and copy as well and get good dojos, so he'll work. At home, it's completely different. Trying to get him to work is hard work, and he's like pretending to fall asleep and stuff. It's boring him to death, which I understand.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I guess the only route you've got to go down there is like discipline, but then it's just, it's one of those. If he doesn't want to do it, you always feel harsh to make him, don't you?
Well, I can make him do it. I do threaten to like throw his toys. Right, Santa brought them toys. I can just throw them in the bin.
Santa will be coming back.
Do you know what I mean? And he does do his work then, but I don't really like. I'd rather do positive reinforcement.
Yeah, so you want reward instead of a risk. You don't want to say if you don't do it, then you want to say if you do it, you get this. Like, if you do it, you can actually eat it.
I have like I treat him like a dog in a way. I have like a bag of sweets, and every time he does good work, I like, here's a treat.
Sit, right, good boy.
So I try and do positive reinforcement like that. Is that what it's called? Positive reinforcement.
Something like that, yeah.
So he'll work for the reward anyway, and not because he's scared of punishment.
Yeah, so you don't have to like punch a teddy, like tell the teddy to do its work, and when it doesn't do anything, you just punching it like crazy. Have you seen those videos when it's like eat the vegetables? It's like, Teddy, eat the vegetables.
Bam, 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 bam.
He gives the spoon to the kid, and the kid's just like, oh. That's actually really horrible when you think about it.
Tell you, good. There's a video on YouTube. I was watching it with Tarek the other day, and it's like these perfect cakes shaped like dogs.
Right. Ooh.
Isn't that big? Yeah.
Drama.
Bit of road jam.
Just so you know, I have a feeling these recordings only last for an hour on the free version. So you've got like about a minute to tell your story. So go.
So, well, can't we just come back on and edit it together?
Well, yeah, but then that's effort. Oh.
Let's see if it turns off.
Are you hearing a noise?
Nope. I can still hear you. Everything seems fine, and it still says Nathan's recording at the top.
Yeah, mine's making a really weird noise. I might have to
hang up and come back on, and then just edit it together. It's not hard to edit it together if you just.
Hang on a minute. Let me.
I'll just leave the call and come back, or hang up and come back, or turn your audio off and come back.
I can't hear you because of this. Oh wait, the beeping stopped. I can hear you now. I don't know what just happened. It just went crazy. Could you hear it too or not?
Yeah, and I seen the ghost behind you in the cupboard.
No, that was a weird sound. I think that might have been telling us that it's about to end. We've just hit an hour on the recording. I don't know if that was the case.
See,
But,
and you were worried that we wouldn't hit an hour. We were like, what are we going to talk about for an hour?
yeah, well, I don't think we've got an hour's. I don't think we've got an hour's worth of content here. There's a lot of stuff we need to cut out. I mean, I'm pretty sure I called out Max Holloway at one point.
Leave it all in. We'll do a next one tomorrow as well. Actually,
We'll see.
If you want.
We'll see.
We'll do it. We'll watch the Conor fight. We'll watch the Dan Hooker Michael Chandler fight. I mean, bloody hell! What in the cum face with that?
That was me being bored of your shit. See you later. Nah. Right. Well. Oh, outro. Here we go.
Outro. So if anyone wants to ask us any questions, give us some topics to talk about. Just email him into Nathan's email. Just comment them on whatever we put this on.
Yeah. The email's lee.quinn@gmail.com. Please send all your hate and abuse there.
Contact us on 07.
Seriously though. Peace.
Yeah. And we'll wrap this up. Have you got anything there left to say?
No. I'm glad we hit an hour.
You glad we made an hour?
I think we'll have about maybe 11 minutes of decent content in there.
Our parents and grandparents will love watching this.
That's a good point. That's going to have to be hidden. It cannot be. Oh, it's okay. We can put bleeps on over the bad words.
Over the bad words.
Just be a constant beep throughout the whole video.
Right then, I'll let you get going.